Friends, good morning. For last few years, whole world has been witnessing all type of wars, conflicts, disasters, ailments like COVID epidemic. And we have been again and again discussing one issue that if mankind has to survive, if this world has to survive, the living world has to survive, then what is the possible way? Friends, to achieve that or to find an answer to that, first we need to understand what is this creation, what are we as human beings, and why wars, disasters, ailments in the world. If we recall, this creation has started with a big bang, as told by science, and evolved into its current state. This state, the state of creation as known to us today, has evolved from a very big celestial explosion known as Big Bang. But what are the consequences of this explosion? The consequences of this explosion are, as can be seen from this diagram, this whole creation is a integrated one. Integrated every aspect of it. There is this particular instrument which we can see in the diagram. This instrument is known as Kundalini instrument. Kundalini means that primordial power which gave birth to Big Bang, gave birth to evolution, caused the birth of first material particle or God particle, caused evolution of matter, planets, stars, and finally a cell and the livings and human beings. What was shown in the first diagram was that whole creation, this creation is like the Virata. And we, the human beings who are made in the image of Virata, are the microcosm, a reflection of that macrocosm known as Virata. But most important part was the second diagram in which it was shown that there are three specific channels of energy which flow through everything in the creation and make this universe, Virata and everything. The diagram which is there, it shows in the center three thick lines which are basically the three channels of energy flow in the creation. If this big diagram we extrapolate as Virat, and its a smaller form as human being, we can understand what we are talking about. In this diagram, what we see is that there are 7 centers of energy. The first, Muladhar, the second, the Swadhisthana, third, the Nabhi, fourth as the Anhat, fifth as Vishuddhi, sixth as Agya, and seventh as Sastrar. In scientific or medical terms, these are known as aortic plexus, pelvic plexus, coeliac plexus, cervical plexus, heart plexus, the cervical plexus, the sixth one, the crossing of optical chiasma, and the corpus callosum, the center part which join the two brains. The two parts of brain are also shown as dark and light. These are the indications of ego and superego. The channels also, the energy of flow, one carries signal from external world to the brain, and second one carries the signal from brain to the external world or our body for reaction, and the balancing act is in the central channel. We are not discussing Kundalini instrument. It is, you can read in the books. There are books on this and available. But what we are wanting to indicate is that energy flowing these through channels flows through the whole universe and flows through the livings as well. This energy, when in balance, the creation is in peace, our body is in peace, we are mentally in a very peaceful state. When there is an imbalance in flow of energy, the creation has wars on earth and turbulences elsewhere in other parts of the universe. We have ailments, we have disasters, we have conflicts, a life which is full of chaos. It is caused by imbalance of energy. Same is true for human being. When these channels, which are basically the channels of energy, and these round things, 7, they are the control centers, in yogic language known as chakras, but in scientific world they are the centers of control. And when energy flow goes into imbalance, these centers develop imbalance. And these centers are connected to all the body organs in the human being or livings, and are connected to various planets and aspects of the universe, including environment, etc., on earth and elsewhere in the creation. Therefore, when there is an imbalance in the channel flows, energy flow goes out of balance, and centers of control also go out of balance. We have wars, ailments, disasters all over the world, and in the universe also, in the creation also. Therefore, the important point to understand is the root cause of all problems is flow of these energies. Now question comes, how do we correct it? That's the important aspect. If we start from human being, if our thinking is right, we have purity in our thought, we have wisdom in our action, our first center will be in balance. If we are emotionally balanced, we are not too disturbed emotionally, our left channel will be in balance. Left channel will be in balance. When we are not too hyperactive, we are not too futuristic, we are not worried so much about the other parts of the world, our right channel will be in balance. And when our left and right both are in balance, our central channel will also be in balance. What is true for human being is also true for the creation, universe, and the world. What does it mean? If we human beings collectively live a life of balance, the energies on earth will be balanced, energies in the universe will be imbalanced. Therefore, all that which is causing conflicts, wars, confusions comes from this imbalance. And this imbalance is caused by our emotional upheavals, like either on the religious basis or human personal relations basis, or too aggressive natures like trying to rule over others, control others, has been happening in the world. But what is required is what Buddha taught, what Mahavir Jain taught, what Abraham taught, what Moses taught, what Zoroaster taught, what Socrates taught, what Confucius taught, what Lao Tse taught, what Guru Nanak taught, what Muhammad Sahib taught, what Sainath taught. That means the great religious gurus or great spiritual figures, what they taught, Saburi, which means the balance, understanding, and compassion for everyone living together. If it develops in human beings, first our body will become all right. When our nadis and chakras will become all right, the connected organs will become all right, the ailments will vanish. Even cancer and AIDS can be corrected. Also, when collectively the human beings, the world goes into balance and everything comes into balance, whole universe will be in balance. There will be no wars, there will be no conflicts, there will be no disasters, and life will be meaningful, positive for all. Therefore, the root cause of all imbalances in the creation, wars, conflicts, ailments on earth, and in the human beings are caused by imbalance in flow of energy in the various channels of the creation and in human beings. And if we can correct these, we will have a peaceful, livable, happy world. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat. God bless all.